What can you use the plates for? So I talked about the fridge.
That's right.
Right? Let's talk about the other things you can use these plates for. The water structuring. So you would take like a pitcher of water or a bottle of water. So, you know, if you have bottled water, or we use distilled water very often. We mix it up. We do have really good water in our house.
Yes.
We live in Morocco, and our water comes from the mountains.
Yeah.
So we're really lucky and fortunate that we have a nice, clean, pure water source. However, most people don't, and there's all kinds of stuff in there. There's fluoride in the water, there's chlorine in the water, different kinds of chemicals in the water. So for that reason, we like to use distilled water because that takes all those chemicals out.
Yes.
Right? But there's something called structuring water. And if you haven't learned about structuring water, we do have another video where we talk about it. But structured water is completely different than just normal water. And what happens is that there's things you can do energetically and scientifically where you can actually change the way the water molecules are structured.
That's right.
Right? And when you have water that is structured, then it does things to your blood. It cleans your blood. Want to talk to us about structured water, because that's one of the best things that you would use these plates for, especially the shungite plate. Is you put a pitcher of water on top of it and leave it there, and the energy that emits off the plate structures the water, and then you drink that as like your normal drinking water, and it completely cleans your blood. So talk to us about structured water.
So the research of structured water is pioneered by people like Dr. Polak, and he has a book called The Fourth Phase of Water. And so I highly suggest you look at his work. He has a lot of research he shares online about structured water. But basically, structured water is, like what the name says, is organized water. At the molecular level, you have different qualities of water. It kind of looks the same just from the eye, but when you zoom in at the actual water bonds, if you freeze them, the water that will come out of the tap tends to be disorganized, has a lot of pollutants in it or contaminants in it. And would contain things so that you got these contaminants, and the ice crystals in that water is very chaotic, is very disorganized, and when your body consumes that water, that information goes into the body. Your body's not able to process that water as efficiently, and so it's not an efficient way, it's not an efficient quality of water to be drinking. Structured water, the bond angles of the water molecules themselves have been changed through some process. Many researchers use different ways of creating structured water. But when you drink structured water, because the water molecules are organized and in nice hexagonal crystalline form, your body is able to accept that water and all of the nutrients that come with that water, with the oxygen. And more efficiently, it comes through the blood-brain barrier more efficiently. It comes into your cells more efficiently. Has a cleansing effect on the body, so you're able to flush out toxins in the body more efficiently.
There's actually a clip. Maybe we can show that clip.
Okay.
Where there was a doctor that did some studies on the blood.
Yes.
And structured water.
Yes.
And it's really amazing what can happen.
Let us see how this type of water affects human blood. The doctor is drawing blood from a patient's finger. Using a special microscope, we shall be able to see the condition of her body from this drop.
These are red blood cells, and they've lost their electrical charge, so they're all stuck together in a formation called a rouleau. Here's a huge symplast. Symplasts are associated with heart disease and arthritis and lung disease and many other conditions that could be coming in the future.
The doctor asks the patient to drink a small amount of structured water. After 12 minutes, the doctor again draws blood from the patient and studies it.
So you can see that the cells then become buoyant, they become slippery, and they have their electrical charge, so they repel each other. That allows them to carry oxygen And it means that we're changing the pH of the blood back to an aerobic environment rather than an anaerobic environment. I think that's utterly amazing that just drinking water could do that.
So, what our plates are able to do is, because of this Orgone field and that twisting vortex field that comes from all of these products, that field has the ability of structuring raw water. Now, if you want to create structured ice, again, you put this in the freezer with your ice tray or your container of water, and as that water freezes, it records that field, it structures the water also. It does it passively.